Greetings. It is I, Susie Q. Hey, we're going to wrap up this conversation about the NDE and near-death experiencer, and just kind of as an overview, it's been five videos, and they're like under 10 minutes. Super fun. The first one was really all about stepping into the light, and being saturated by that sweet goodness of that beautiful light. And then the other ones in between, were really about the energies that were coming through. And some of the energies may take on a human form, something that we can relate to. Some of the energies we can relate to, and others we're not ready yet, right? And so today I've got a couple questions here. um, so as we're moving forward with this conversation, we'll probably do a few more videos somehow related to this as well. But I had a person that asked me, why talk about this? Why must you talk about this? And I think the why would be a lot of people right now that are experiencing things that are different and strange and unusual or maybe awesome, right? Is that we have experiences to share some of our qualities that have been helpers, right? And so a lot of times the energies are really beautiful helpers. But as we move forward into the moving from the 2020 to 2021 energy and moving into the 2022, is that when we start looking at why am I even doing this, is because we all know that we're all kind of in the same place. We're all a family. And if one person can share something that might be beneficial, it might help other people as well. And so I know that a lot of times I get guidance from other people or other friends or other kind of more metaphysical ways, right? But that would be part of it, is why am I talking about this? And I think a lot of times, when we look at the idea of death, the energies are receding, right? You could say that some things from your life have kind of you'll notice it too. It's always happening, right? It's not a new concept. But when we have this experience where some things are receding or kind of falling back in a way, that means that we're probably done with those lessons, that we're done with some part of our lesson plans, or possibly done with some of our purpose here. And so as we look at the energies that are coming in now that are different, we know that it's safe to take a step forward, to move into that next plan or path that you're guided to do. So when we talk about this idea of the near-death experience, that we notice that little parts of maybe our ego personality, some things that, like even I think on the one yesterday, the video I did, that was part four, was we talked about some of the ego. So sometimes it may not be a physical death of the human form, but it might be kind of a loss or a release of some of the ego personality. So, sounds so scary, right? But when we look at it, there's always things that are coming and going. And so when we notice that, for a lot of people, maybe their jobs aren't in the same way that they used to be, or maybe you're moving to a different place and you're making different changes, and you're noticing that that always used to work and it's not working anymore. That's what happened to me in 2015 with my Kundalini business. It's like I wanted to keep doing all this stuff, and I wanted to be that personality, that ego, crazy person that was super aggressive with business. But then all of a sudden, I noticed that it wasn't working anymore. It seems like everything from those days, the energies were receding, and it was kind of suggesting that that part of your life it's done. And so I think for a lot of us right now, a lot of our experiences here during these frequencies, the cosmological occurrences, that we're noticing that some things are not going to be with us anymore. And that could feel like a form of death, or it could be a form of just, it's already done, it's already gone, there's nothing else that I need to do, but I still want to hang on to it. I want to hang on to it because I felt powerful, I felt aggressive, I felt like I was really, moving into abundance and all these different things, and all of a sudden it was like a wipeout, it was like wipeout, So that's what's kind of feeling. What I'm feeling is with that question is why I talk about this is even with a near death experience and going to the light, is that we start feeling, and even that first video I did, it just felt like I still had a personality, right? So that personality could be the ego piece, or it just could be, I can't believe I'm still here. I can't believe I'm still here, right? Okay, so we have another question is how can you apply this to your life? How can we apply some of these conversations with these 5 conversations that we had? How can we apply it to now? What we can do is I noticed in, I think my part 4 one, it kind of summed up that I'm just happy now. A lot of times we're striving and achieving and we're creating and we're manifesting and we're finding all these different experiences that are rich and wonderful. And that's like, like doing. I'm a doer. And now we move into that state of beingness. And I think since that 2015 event that happened to me back in September with going to the light, is that I think how I can apply it now is it's almost like we're climbing a mountain, and we're kind of at the top of the mountain and we're looking, but we still have to, kind of come down. But I think going into that valley, from taking those high peaks, and like I am victorious, but then you go into the valley and then you start looking around and it's fertile, it's green. It's a beautiful place. There's all kinds of foliage and flowers and all kinds of growth and all kinds of critters. I'm down from Texas. But we start looking with a different vision or a different sense of spirit, right? So I've gone through all these different experiences and they're already done. It's already gone. Some of these experiences, whether they were amazing and wonderful or super yucky, right? Or really were disappointing, it's already done. But people ask about karma, they ask about what about karma or samskara. And, from my own juicy self, I'd have to say that the karma or samskara, I believe, has been dissolved from my own consciousness. So for myself, with some of my lesson plans in this lifetime and my life purpose, a lot of them have already been met, right? So at this point, I just feel happy. So how does this apply to my life now? I went through all kinds of different experiences of releasing and receding from things that I used to love. And I didn't ask for it, but it was part of probably my soul purpose, right? So I knew that everything that I experienced that was good, bad, or different or strange, it was all completely exactly what I needed. Okay. And for each one of you, as you're noticing that things are not working for you, perhaps, or maybe you've always wanted to do this and it's not fruiting for you, there might be another path for you. There might be another experience or journey or some other, event that's going to catapult you in moving on that right path. We all know that we all have different paths. All of us have like a whole plethora of possibilities on paths. And it's a choice. It's a choice that we each make. So, how do we apply this energy with the NDE, the near death experience, going to the light, accepting the energies that were coming in that were different and strange and maybe like scary? One of them was a higher level energy, a frequency that I had not yet met. But really, sometimes when we look at things and we're like, I'm kind of scared about that or nervous about that, it's always fun to say, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to take on this energy or this experience. I don't really know exactly how it's going to work out or what will happen for me, or I don't even know the details, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to move forward, keep on moving, keep on moving. I just want to keep moving forward. And even if I'm like, I don't think I'm ready for that, you are ready for that. Whatever experiences that you're having right now, or any things that are challenging you, think about the resilience that you've got. Think about the power that you have. Think about your helpers, right? You got beautiful helpers all the time. They're powerful, very, very powerful. And look around at your support, your friends that support you, and then go inward, go deeper inward, go deeper, deeper inward. Because the truth of it really is that you already have these information, you already have this wisdom, you already have this understanding. And what you're doing now possibly might be that you're blending and harmonizing with all of the energies that are assisting you now. How do we apply that? We start noticing what we're noticing. We get messages. A lot of the work I do is with the subconscious clearing energies, the subconscious clearing energies of several different ways of helping people clearing some of the subconscious mind. Super easy too, by the way. When a person is available and ready to achieve a different balance on this beautiful planet that we're living on, right? Is that we have opportunities to let things go. I think a big key part of this with a near death experience, going to the light, embracing the energies, whether they're big or bad or stinkers, but they're usually always good. They're always usually good. Okay? So, with that, I think I'm complete with this. But whatever you're achieving in your beautiful divinity, your beautiful soul expression, be open to the energies and be open to spirit, God, source, whatever name it is for you. Be open to receiving the beautiful messages that are always, always, always helping you. Sending you so much love and namaste.